not the April Fool's joke. The actual dish. Chicken cordon bleu.
Cordon bleu?
Yeah.
Isn't that an actor?
No, it's a dish, like a food.
Oh, okay.
It's like
Cordon Bleu, who is the actor in High School Musical.
Oh,
That's
is
yeah. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you remember?
Yeah,
the
actually
guy with
I
the fro?
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like.
Hello and welcome to the Condor Blue set. I'm David Altizer, and we're here with Dunna Did It.
Hello.
AKA Justin. Thanks for being here.
You can call me whatever you want.
Does anybody know your real name?
It seems to be getting around a little bit more lately. Yeah.
Okay.
But Dunna is my mom calls me Dunna, so
Really?
it's a
Okay.
nickname that stuck hard.
Oh, wow. I love
Yeah,
that.
So
So, how many times have you been to NAB?
this will be my second year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you were here last year.
I was
right?
here last year. It was my
First
first
time.
one, and it was very intense.
Yeah, it is.
So this year I feel a little more prepared for it.
Yeah. This is my, I think, 12th. I've been coming for a
Oh,
long
my goodness.
time. I
Yeah,
actually
wow.
proposed to my wife after NAB 10 years ago.
I thought you were going to say at NAB, and I was like,
Yeah.
wow, is your
We-
wife really into camera gear? And
We met, and then I proposed to her at NAB, same day. No. Her mom lives here, so
okay, there you
in
go.
Vegas. So
Nice.
it was, yeah.
12 years. That's
anyways,
great.
yeah. So yeah, it's exciting. It's fun. It's fun to be around everybody
Yeah.
and see all the gear
It's
and
a lot
stuff.
of energy.
Yeah.
Good energy, yeah.
But last time that I interviewed you was probably a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Like, how has everything been going for you, man? Like, I think when I first met you, you were kind of just getting started and crushing it. But like, you full-time creator now?
Yeah, full time for about 2 or 3 years now.
Nice.
And yeah, it's good, man. It's like it's gotten to a point where it's a little bit of the like same old kind of thing. Like I have
Yeah.
I have things in place where I follow my kind of formula, and I keep
Yeah.
I'm pushing in certain ways, and always, you know, how you have to do on social media, you got to kind of change
Yeah.
with the times, but yeah, it's good. It feels like a good solid thing now.
So tell me, how did you get started? Did you get started in photography or filmmaking? Like, what's your story?
I was a music producer first.
Oh,
so
that's right.
For 2005, I went to school for audio recording, music production.
Wow.
Then I went to some more school for learning how to play drums. And then I went to some
Yeah.
more school for learning how to compose music. And then I started a recording studio. And after I did that for 7 or 8 years, it kind of got to the point where I was like, I need a creative outlet outside of my work. And so then I picked up
Yeah.
a camera for the first time, and it was vloggy stuff. It was
Yeah.
Casey Neistat. It was Peter McKinnon. It was
Yeah.
those kinds of things that got me kind of going into that world.
Yeah.
And I found I was really nerdy, and I really liked talking
For
about
sure.
camera stuff. And so that just started seeping into the content.
Amazing.
And the rest is, I mean, now that's what I do
Yeah.
all the time. So I guess you could say that
Do you
the
still
rest is
dabble in
history.
music at all? Or?
Yeah. I have one major project that I kept on after I moved away from the studio. It's a children's artist named Beppy. We actually just dropped our most recent album like 2 days ago.
Beppy or
Beppy?
Blippy?
Beppie.
Okay, so it's not Blippy.
No,
it's
not Blippy.
Beppy.
Beppy. You got
Cool.
it. Yeah, and so it's like kids music. The way that we approach it though is really fun because we just kind of make music that anyone would enjoy, and like
Yeah.
every genre. And then
Yes.
we put kids lyrics on it.
Yeah,
So
sure.
it's like really fun for both the kids and
Cool.
the parents. But yeah, so it's
Gotta check
still
that
involved in
out.
music to some extent, and
That's
if you've got
amazing.
kids, it's great,
Oh,
which I
okay.
know you do. So
Yeah, they're
you got to
really
get them into Beppy.
They're really into Danny Go. Have you
Okay.
seen his stuff?
No, I
His-
haven't.
His, music's great.
Oh,
and
okay.
Blippy, but now we'll have to check out Beppy.
There you go. Yeah.
So that's
is
awesome.
Blippy another thing?
Oh, Blippy's huge.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know about that. I haven't done a lot of market research in
Yeah,
that.
Blippy has billions of views.
Okay.
Yeah, it's insane.
Okay.
It's in all the Walmart stores, and yeah, it's insane.
Apparently, we should have checked out before we got the name going, but
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's a great. If they're both great children's content,
I
I
like to
guess.
think so. Yeah.
But anyways, so full-time creator
Yeah.
and focused in the filmmaking niche.
Yep.
I know for me, when I was in that niche, I guess I still am kind of, but not really. Like the problem was like balancing being a consumerist of like
Yeah.
all the new stuff, but you kind of want to report on it. So in a way, you're like a journalist reporting on the new stuff.
Yep.
But then also, as an artist, you want to actually go make things and balance that.
Yeah.
But isn't making a YouTube video also making something? So like, I was always like, I don't need to go make a film. I'll just make a really cool YouTube video. That is a
Yeah.
film.
Yeah.
Like, so what's your philosophy on this whole kind of like meta situation of
Yeah.
being a filmmaker, being a video storyteller, reviewing cameras.
Yeah.
Like, it's this weird cycle because I feel like other niches on YouTube don't have this problem.
Yeah.
Because the cameras and all the technology are used to tell that story of, whatever, like the
Yeah.
entertainment.
Yeah, you're cooking a loaf of bread or whatever
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
And so that's completely secondary. It's not even important.
Yeah.
But with our niche, it's this weird thing of like, we're shooting it ourselves. We're talking about the things we're shooting on.
Yeah.
So yeah, how do you balance
And
that?
your whole audience is they
They're
know
critical.
what you're how you made the video. So
Exactly.
yeah, that's a whole other thing. Yeah, it's a complicated kind of internal conversation that I have a lot,
Yeah.
and especially when you start working with the brands, like when you get to a point where some of the brands that you're talking about are actually reaching out to you and offering you sponsored stuff, and like it becomes even more complicated because you don't want that to influence. I don't want that to influence what I talk about necessarily.
Yeah.
So you have to find ways that kind of line up with your own kind of your priorities and what you feel is right and to be authentic with your audience as well. So there are things that I try and communicate very clearly in my videos when that, like, I make sure if it is a sponsored video that it's clear that it's a sponsored video. If it's a sponsored video, I'm trying not to give like my opinion on something so that they kind of that's not being taken into consideration and no one has to try and decide whether it's whether it's really what I think or whether it's what I was paid to say kind of thing. And then even beyond that, like trying not to, when taking out the sponsored thing altogether, like you said, the kind of consumerism side of it, stuff is exciting.
Yeah.
And like new stuff is exciting. And so then one of the things that I do in my videos a lot is try to say like, who is this for?
Yeah.
There's always kind of a who is this for section and or is it worth the upgrade kind of part.
Sure.
And I'm pretty blunt about like the fact that if you don't need it, like if you don't need to do the upgrade, if what you have now is great, then that's fine. Like stick with that. So I think really just like speaking my truth, and then, I mean, people are going to think what they're going to think.
Sure.
We're going to get negative comments. People are going to assume that you're being paid by somebody to say everything kind of thing, and you try your best to tune that out and not let it.
That is the
burrow
funny
into your
thing, right?
mind.
Like a lot of times people just say you're being paid by Sony or
Yeah.
whatever, right?
Yeah.
And that's just not true. But I guess in a way, like the events that you go to, the goodwill, it's like, okay, so if I talk negatively, am I going to get invited to Sony Camera Camp again? Probably not.
Yeah.
So are you getting paid?
I mean, that's the tricky thing too. Like, I mean, obviously, like you said, like if they're bringing you out to those kinds of things, like where's the line of like what's a form of payment?
Yeah.
If they're sending you gear to review or whatever, like Sony is maybe not the best example because most of their stuff is loaner, like that kind of thing. But like, I don't know, backpacks, for example. Like I have way too many backpacks because these companies just send them, and like that's a kind of thing that you go out and you beat up.
Like inspirational words from Dunna.
You know what? I say just be your authentic self.
I agree with that.
Find something you're passionate about and do as much of it as you can.
Absolutely. Just putting your stuff out there. I mean, you're a testament to that. Like, you don't have to wait around for anybody with the YouTube.
Yeah.
Just make stuff that you're excited about that's authentic to you. Put it out there. People will find it. Next thing you know, I'll be interviewing you at the Condor
There you go.
Blue
You'll
booth.
be right here. This chair's got your name on it somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Dunna.
Thanks, man.
Love you,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Yeah.